Hi everybody, Sam here again for my next meeting with a wonderful, wonderful queen that I've known for quite a few years now, and that's the beautiful Miss Kiran Virdee. Okay, we met about 3-4 years ago, wasn't it? At,
That's correct.
British Empire, was it?
Yes, Miss
Oh
British
my
Empire.
goodness, who'd have thought it? That we'd still be around each other now.
That's right, Sam, yes.
So, Kiran at the moment is our pure international classy Miss United Kingdom. And you
That's
got that
correct.
in January, didn't you? How are you finding it?
First of all, hi everybody. Thank you very much for having me on here, Samantha. Really appreciate it. I'm actually absolutely loving it. I love the things I'm having to do with the pageantry, with the title, of course, as a title winner. Unfortunately, with the COVID, we've not been able to do appearances now, like appearances with people because of everything going on. But as we'll discuss it, I'm thoroughly enjoying my voluntary. I've been doing constantly for the last 6-7 weeks now with Compassion London, and basically it's just started off with the inspiration by hope, because in my previous career I was a cabin crew for British Airways, and I have had a lot of aviation experience.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, so I kind of have had multi talents, if you know, in my career path, from my marriage, from my kids and stuff like that. So I was very close to people at the airport, at Heathrow Airport, so I kind of knew most of them even on LinkedIn now. So one of my really good friends, who was an operational manager with Heathrow Airport, put an ad up for Inspired by Hope during the COVID. So then I applied, and I got to do some work with them, and I've been doing it now continuously for the 7 weeks. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, and making a massive impact. So what does that involve?
Basically, it started off with us just preparing meals for the NHS key workers and delivering them. First, it was just delivering them to their houses, just leaving them at the door. Obviously, the first few weeks of the COVID was quite bad. So we just, like, no contact, just leave them at the door and just kind of go. And it's got so big now that we are preparing meals at Wembley Stadium, and we're preparing up to 8,000 meals
Oh
per day.
my, and that's
Maybe,
just key workers.
yeah, that's for the key workers, the NHS. So I decided to do the driving because it was so different. Because I mean, working in the kitchen was like, wow, oh my God. And we have top chefs in that kitchen,
Really?
and they've got like 4 or 5 chefs from the Doncaster Hotel, or Dorchester, I beg your pardon, top hotels. So they're all volunteering. None of us are getting paid for
Well, yeah, because the
nothing.
hotels will be closed, won't they?
Yes, yeah. So the chefs have come and said, you know what? Who cares? We're all here. We're all a team. We become
Oh, brilliant.
another little family. So they're preparing up to 8,000 meals a day, and then I took on the driving side, which was like, this is going to be fun, you know. And so I'm driving. I'm on an app now, and I get called every other day whenever I need to go. And I drive around the whole of London. I can go as far as East London.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
yeah. And I'm dropping off meals to care homes, hospitals. I take the shorter meal packs because I have a smaller car. We have ambulances working with us. I've gone to some strange places I'd never expected to go to. I mean, refuge, of course, prisons. We're also doing prisons, and we're doing individual care for elderly people, people who are so vulnerable. And these meals have been being delivered daily, every day. So we've got like a huge team now. It's become so big, Samantha, so big.
Here's a question. Do you think you'd have done all that if you weren't in pageantry?
Let me be honest to you. It's a very good question, actually. Now, I come from a background with charitable causes because my late father had built a huge, facilities for children with disadvantaged children in Kenya, in Kisumu. So when I did the British Empire, I did a whole presentation on that with my sister. And we've done this from Kenya because we grew up in an environment where we've appreciated things we've never had. So we were never, weren't a wealthy family, but we were a very comfortable family with 7 siblings,
Oh,
7 sisters and 1 brother. Yeah. So we lived in a huge farm in Kenya, which still exists in Kisumu, which is on the equator, Lake Victoria. And then my dad decided at the age of 42, when he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, you know what? He's a refrigeration engineer. He's a superintendent of the CID police in Kenya. He wants to do something completely different now. And he dedicated his life and time into building a temple for everyone. So it was a religion open to anyone. It didn't matter who you are. And we started then, getting into the education side of things, giving free education, free meals every
Wow.
Sunday, continues until now. So that is exactly what we were doing. And then obviously coming to England and then carried on. So I've always been a very huge person in my family to be doing a lot of charity
Charitable,
work
yeah, yeah.
anyway.
That's
Yeah,
amazing, isn't it? I mean, that the lessons that would have taught you through growing up and the perspective
yeah,
that give you, it just makes good all-round human beings, doesn't it? Which I think a lot of the youth today are missing out on, to be honest, which is one of the reasons I think pageantry is very good,
yeah,
because it teaches children to give
yeah,
and to help
yeah,
rather than take, take, take,
yeah.
take, take. You know, the entitlement kind of tag that a lot of kids are growing up to have, or attitude they're starting to grow up to have. I think
Very
pageantry
much.
can stop that, can't it?
Yeah. I noticed, obviously, when I did the British Empire, I didn't really, apart from doing my dad's charity, I was preparing for that. One thing I have appreciated from Pure International is getting to know them a lot more in the time I've been with them. And what actually interested me, as just as you were saying, is the children, the younger children, the commitments they are actually involved in. I mean, they're not into like, I wrote something about it last year when I was doing my competition, that these children are actually going towards a good direction in their life, which is a
Mm.
hope direction, which is actually privileged. It's actually brilliant, because not only are they doing charity, they're doing fundraising. These, yeah, young kids, they're making things. Everything is with their hands, and I was very happy, and I thought, God, it's not all about them sitting there wearing makeup and taking this picture. It's
Exactly, yeah.
about charity. So nobody was judging, nobody was discriminating. They were just together doing every possible, going out to the food banks, the homeless. My partner's niece, she had never experienced giving food away to a homeless until I did the homeless event last year, and I slept rough. She was with me in town and once, and she said, "Oh my God, Auntie Kiran, there's a homeless person there." And I said, "Yes. And what do we do now?" And I've clearly, obviously said money. We never give them money because that encourages them to
Mhm.
do something else. And we bought him hot food and gave it to him. And she
Oh.
felt so good. She thought she's done a huge deed for herself. I mean, she was what, 7 at the time.
And that will
Yeah.
have
So
done so much for her, wouldn't it? Absolutely
yeah,
so much for
she
her.
does. She's an amazing, amazing.
Inside.
Yeah. So I love it. That's what I love watching, and I encourage so many people out there. Guys, pageantry is not about what you've heard in the past. I mean, I was a judge for Miss India UK 9 years ago. Completely different ball game. This is different. Get your children involved, because it's so much hands-on, real life activities, and I love it. I just absolutely love it.
I have this week managed to convince my middle child to do a pageant. It's an
Excellent. Well
online one.
done.
It's an online one. And to be
Yeah.
honest with you, we were messing about. I got her the dress first, so she'd start wearing it in the kitchen, and she was copying mummy. She's 11. And she was copying
Yeah.
me. Oh, should we do your makeup? Let's do a little bit of makeup, bit of mascara, a bit
Yeah.
of blusher. I said, right, this is how you walk. We'll have a little lesson. So I started teaching her the walk. And she picked it up like that, like that.
Yeah. See?
And
Yeah.
she loved every bit of it. So I said, oh, just let me film you so I can show you what you look like. I've entered them into the online ones. She's in an online
Oh,
pageant.
that's amazing. That's brilliant. Well done.
She's
That's see,
into
this is
it,
this
but
is
she's
it.
happy
And
now.
yeah, and they'll grow up. I think. I mean, I have 3 kids. And my oldest is 32 now. I think they grow up appreciating life in a very different way than
Yeah.
just technology and being spoiled and being pampered. But that is not good to a child
But also
anyway.
self-respect for themselves as well, doesn't it?
Yes.
A major self-respect for themselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. So what was it that got you into pageantry?
Um, to be very honest, I mean, I never thought I'd get into pageantry. So I was doing completely all different things at the time. I was into modeling, acting. I was a judge for, like I said, Miss
Yeah, yeah.
India UK, but I never saw myself going into a pageantry. And then once I was contacted by Juliana Davis, and they were doing the British Empire on a I think Star Now. I was on Star Now, and I thought, and she says to me, you know, I've seen your site, and would you like to take part in the classic? And I was like, oh my God, classic! This is amazing, because this is what I do, because I talk to women 45 plus, and I'm always empowering them. So this will
Oh,
be an
wow.
excellent platform. So I took part, I did, and it was quite an interesting journey. And I brought along my sister with me. She was Miss Kenya many years ago. So we did this together, and I really felt I'm enjoying this. I like this. I don't mind continuing this. But after the British Empire, it just stopped. I never heard what was going to happen, and then I sort of didn't really take upon it.
Has it?
And then
I didn't even know it had stopped.
I haven't heard anything about the British. Apparently, it wasn't happening in London anymore, in England. So I thought, okay, that's it. And I never knew of any other pageants in the classic. I never really researched, to be honest. And then, of course, Vivian come back to me, bless her, who was the winner for the British Empire. And she asked me to join Pure International. And obviously, with her reputation, with Vivian's reputation and everything, I thought, well, you know what, excellent, why not? And I took part in the pageant again. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Do you know, I just completely forgot Vivian was at British Empire.
Yes, she was the
Completely
winner,
forgot,
right?
yeah,
She was the winner. I think I was the first runner-up. My sister came as a second runner-up.
yeah. I
Yeah, it
remember
was so
now.
funny.
Oh
It's
my
like, oh
God,
my
I
God.
just gone, Vivian?
Yeah, yeah, Vivian Radford. Yeah, bless her. So she invited me to join Pure International last year,
Oh.
just before. And I said, oh, Vivian, I'm not sure. She goes, it's really, you know, she had, I mean,
Have you only
Vivian's always, what was that?
you only done 2 pageants?
I've only done 2. This is my second pageant.
Oh my goodness me.
Yeah, this is just my second
That is
pageant. Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, this is my second pageant. Yeah, this is it. I mean,
What
it was
is
the British
going on?
Empire.
Going on? We both became runner-up at British Empire, and I've entered
Yes, and
3
I
or
met
4
you at the
since
British
then, and you still
Empire.
haven't got Queen. Right? I'm still trying.
It's classic, honey, classic.
Hey, I'm 45 now. I'm classic as well.
Oh, wow, see?
Competition, girl.
Yeah, but you know, Sam, you know what I realized, honestly, people have such a negative, thing about classy. Oh my God, I'm aging, I'm getting old. Oh no. But this is it, because my whole empowerment is about women who are 45 plus anyway. I mean, we'll talk about it later. So
Yeah.
you'll see why I was like, yeah, why not? I'll go for it.
See, the thing is as well, and you know, when I look back on my life now, I am the strongest I have ever been when I hit 40. Do you know what I mean? And the
Yeah.
most educated and the most worldly, what's the word? Aware of what was going on in the world when I hit 40. Now, for me, I think they're the best queens, to be honest with you, because they're knowledgeable and they can
Yeah.
influence and they can bring other people up as well, you know, bring all the kids up through pageantry and everything, because they can encourage and they see the importance of that. I'm not saying everybody else doesn't,
Yeah.
but I don't understand why there isn't more classic categories in
Yes.
pageants. You know,
Yeah.
and somebody put a post on the other day saying, should we have a classic? And I was thinking,
Oh,
hang
wow.
on, it should be, should we have a, and then something lower? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
No, classic should
Yes.
be there first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh my goodness, because I think we have a lot to bring to the
This is it.
pageant community. Do you know what I mean?
It's a lifetime experience, because we've got to that. I mean, it sounds like, oh my gosh, are we really that old now? But we've gone through the childhood, the growing up, the 40s, and now bang. I mean, I'm 52 in 3 weeks. So I'm like,
Wow.
I'm thinking, oh my God, what have I experienced? A hell lot of stuff in my life. So I think
Yeah.
I can talk from experiences.
But this is
So
it, and you can influence the younger girls coming up about what's important in life and how they should
yeah,
be and stuff. I just think it's the core should be the classics. Do you know
yes,
what I mean? I think that should be the
yeah,
core of pageantry, is the classics, and then
yeah.
everybody else follows. Queen
Because
bees,
it's
girl,
like a
queen
very,
bees.
it's like a parent, isn't it, at the top, and then the children and everyone
Yeah,
else.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. I think it was just when somebody actually asked, should we have a classic category? I was gobsmacked. I was like,
Wow.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving off there. So, what does pageantry mean to you now, and why do you continue to be involved, apart from the fact that you're a queen? Do you think you'll continue to be involved once your reign is over and stuff?
Um, in fact, I think when I hand over the crown in January, I think we're going to go to America next year in July now, so it's been deferred. So we're going a little bit further now, which is fine. I don't think my responsibilities will stop because I have learned so much, and as a title holder, I believe it's a duty we get given once you win. It's a duty. It's a duty of care. It's a duty of responsibility,
Yeah.
and you have to continue doing that because people want to see that again and see, oh, even though she's handed the title back now, she didn't stop, she continued. And the whole thing about us winning a title is to continue till the end. You don't have to stop.
I agree. The fact that you've been made a queen is because of the person you are. And I think
Thank
a lot of people try and become a person for the crown. And when they
Yeah.
don't continue that, once the crown's gone, it says a lot about them.
Yes.
You know, you see a
Yeah.
lot of girls who get, this is just my opinion, people might disagree,
Yeah.
but when you become a queen, you should become a queen because you're recognized for everything that you've done and
Correct.
you're doing anyway.
Yes.
You know, there's so many people who go out and do all this stuff because, and it's like, look at me, I'm doing this, look at me, I'm doing this. And to me, I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It should be, you're doing this anyway. Oh, by the way, look what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? But you can see the people who go out and do things just so they can win the competition when it shouldn't be like that. It should be
But
like,
it's the uniqueness, isn't it, Samantha? I think you should just be yourself.
yeah.
Be yourself. When you're going for that, I mean, honestly, when I went for the British Empire, I didn't even know winning. I thought, are you kidding me? I'm just going to go. I'm going to love this fun. Because to be very honest, even though I've done other things in my life into modeling, acting, I mean, I've appreciated myself because of how I was when I was little. I used to be bullied a lot. I never knew I would even be a first runner-up. And that really, really encouraged me and made me feel like, oh my God, I have something I didn't know. And this is why when I went for the Pure International, I asked myself a question, why am I doing it again?
Mm-hmm.
And what am I going to, I mean, to be honest, did you know you're going to win? You don't. But the more I started, the efforts I started to put into it, I was enjoying it. Like when I flew to Bangkok, I went to Thailand, Dubai, I did so much charity work. I took my session crown. I was so proud of it.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, I didn't have the crown, then I had the sash, yes.
Yeah.
But I was just so proud because I wanted to keep talking about it. And this is why, and I'm saying this, I will continue. This is why even the charity I've started to do now is also, I mean, yesterday when I went to the place to pick the delivery, the girls were whispering and I don't know what was said. And I thought, oh my God, have I done something? So I had the dog with me. And one of them came up to me and she goes, are you not a title holder for something?
Oh.
And I thought, oh my God. And she says, you are, aren't you? And then they're taking photos with me because I've kept it so discreet. Yes, so discreet. And I'd not gone there to stand out with my crown and say, look, I'm going to deliver food because I want to do the session crown.
Yeah.
I had kept it so discreet.
Anyway,
a lot of people.
Yeah.
But they were flattered. He was like, oh my God, we're standing with the queen. And I'm like, come on, guys. We're all queens today, doing this. We're all queens. So it was like, oh my God, I felt, it's lovely. But I will continue. I will continue to do it.
Good on you.
Because it's embedded in me.
Well, that's what it should be. And about. And incidentally, you saying that British Empire was your first one. That was my first one as well.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. You, Jennifer, and Vivian, and oh my God, I remember. Yes, God,
that was so much
was
fun.
something else.
So what do you think that people do in pageants? When they do pageants, what do you think they get out of it? What life skills? How can it prepare them for life?
I think people get a lot of recognition. They get an identity. I think it's the whole. When I say motivation, I have seen a lot of people going into pageants and they're not sure about themselves. There's a lot of negativity. And I think you start embracing good, positive things. Look, negative things come into everything. It's just the life we lead, right? I think it is all about them becoming a better version of themselves.
That's exactly why I did it. Exactly why.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You just become a better version. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for anyone else. For you to be given that opportunity is already a big thing. So be yourself. Be
I think
yourself, and walk out of.
I'd spent like years and years bringing other people's children onto stage, introducing them. And I had a performing arts background when I was little. And I kind of loved it. And all my best memories are from being on stage when I was little. So I realised by introducing people on stage, when do I get to perform again? Get my little thing back for me. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I am not chasing a crowd anymore.
Yes.
At first,
I mean, I've known you worked so well.
I'm just kind of like trying to raise my platform higher and get the stage to say, this is what we need to do, guys. Check your breasts, do all this stuff. That's what I'm trying to do. But it's like my guilty pleasure being on stage, because that's the only time I get for me and to empower me. So then I enjoy that. Yeah, I enjoy that because I feel so good when I'm up there all dolled up. I've got 3 kids, a dog and a husband. When do I get a chance to doll up like that and get out? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's why I do it. But what else do you think it would help them with? Any other ideas of what it'd help if you were to try and encourage, say, a teenage girl into pageantry? How do you think
I would actually see, for me, the society we live in nowadays is very challenging anyway. So I think it is very important for us. The reason we encourage them, firstly, is to try and get them involved in something very positive, like charities, voluntary, and so much more, because people are just diverted into the wrong way in life, right? Is to appreciate things, the value. And I think the most important thing I also feel is the love between the family, respect. I think respect is the biggest thing, because when you don't have respect for others, you're just not going to even know how to respect yourself. So for me, this is the values I feel are important, is for people to joining the pageant, is they earn a lot of respect. Be yourself, have a unique identity, because God has blessed each one of us, each one of these millions and thousands, whatever people we are, with a unique identity with not everyone shares. Bring it out, try and see, ask people to help, work as a team. I think it encourages. I have a background in HR. I studied HR as well. So this is how I was understanding, how do I bring my employees together? How do I get them to work together? How do I remove the negativity? It was very challenging. And that is why I think it is very, well, I feel from my experiences, it is important that they are learning, they're becoming a better version of themselves, they're doing better things. And when people see a platform of a person dedicating charity, youth work, good things, than going into jail and doing criminal things, it is more appreciated, and the world is getting at a better place as well.
Yeah, I think you actually learn to respect yourself and have pride in yourself. And when you can respect yourself, it makes other people respect you, or you earn people's respect. And then obviously when other people respect you, they treat you correctly. So it puts you up in to accept and what not to accept in your life, because you feel so good about yourself as well. I think that's a really important. I mean, people think pageantry, you get up there, a row of people judge you and go, no, she's not pretty enough, she's not pretty enough, like off the movies. Nothing like that anymore, is it? Absolutely
no.
Like that.
It's no. I mean, my most experience, like I said, is with the Pure International, and they. I mean, this is my second pageant. I can't talk about the others anyway, but they were very, very, very accommodating. I mean, I think the queens, I think they support each other as well so well. And Jane Harris and Matt, I mean, we'd only met them, like on a few occasions. I just feel they just encourage, it's the encouragement for you to try and do some positive things, like you were just explaining as well. And just be yourself. And and that actually explains you who you are, what is your personality. So you kind of do like a map on yourself. Who am I? Who is Kiran? What do I like? Am I a person who likes to help people? You'll start to find out things about yourself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we actually don't know who we are. People tell us who we are.
I tell you what I found really interesting as well is for Royal, we have to do a scrapbook.
Yes.
You have to do that for Pure.
It was no, it wasn't a scrapbook. I think we just had a photo album. Yes.
Right. So putting that together I found really empowering for me, because I don't see all that I do. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
see,
So putting it
it's like
together
a
and being
vision
like,
board, isn't it?
oh my God, how do I do all that? Where are the hours in the day?
Yes.
But it makes
See?
you feel good, because it gives you that
Yeah.
chance to look back and reflect. I'm too busy going that way.
Yes.
And going,
Yeah.
come on, girls, with all the girls that I support, come with me, let's go. We don't want to look backwards. But that made me
Yes.
look back over the last 2 years, and I was like, no wonder I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah. And another thing, Samantha, I felt with the Pure International was the optional rounds. I took part in the optional rounds. Obviously, I had another crown as well for that, for the optional crowns. So I
Wow.
won this, and I won another extra 7 awards, and
Remind
I
me
was the
what that crown was for, that other crown.
Supreme Superstar.
Ah,
So what I learned about myself when I did all that, all the awards they claimed it was I did a dance category, I did an
you dance,
interview.
you're amazing.
You know something? I had no preps for that. I just got on that stage. I thought, just go for it, just go for it. And I was like, oh, when I look back at it and I think, oh, because I used to be a choreographer before, but stopped it many years ago, and I loved it. And that's what I'm saying. It just made me so different after that whole thing. The whole weekend was like, oh my gosh, I love myself so
You
much
grew.
more than I. Yes.
Yeah. You grew and
Yeah.
developed, don't you? As soon as
Yeah.
you come out high as a kite on a completely
Yes.
different level than what you went in on. It does
Went in. That's right.
grow, doesn't it? It does make
Yeah.
you grow. So day
Yeah.
to day then, I see you as a very confident lady, and you just sort of ooze this aura of Kiran is here. When you walk into the room, you literally go, oh, here she is, because your smile's huge, and you walk in like with a presence that is
Oh.
amazing. And maybe no one's ever said that to you, but I've always thought that when
I
I've
think
seen
people
you.
say that they just find me really funny. They're like, "Oh God, there she is." It's like, "What have I done?" Like, "Okay,
No,
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 you
it's a
know."
good thing. It's a good thing. It's not a funny thing. It's like, wow, yes, girl. She's here. I love it. I absolutely love it. But
Uh,
what is it that every day gets you out of bed and empowers you every day and goes, right, today's going to be a good day?
yeah. See, that's such a good question. Actually, I asked myself that question. Look, we're all humans, right? And I have been through some hell of challenges in my life,
Yeah,
and they don't stop.
yeah.
They don't stop. From a 24-year marriage to a divorce to domestic violence.
Wow,
Have 3 wonderful sons. My youngest one's got cerebral palsy, challenging behaviors. Challenging
wow.
is 26 now. I get out of bed in the morning. Sometimes I've had days when I've been at my lowest. I really have. And how do I deal with them? I found it difficult. And I feel, oh God, am I burdening people? Am I coming across as a negative person? And very recent in my life, I've had faced some challenges during this COVID. And I realized, oh my God, you know, have I always just been a giver?
Mm,
Am I getting back what I need now? Because I need that comfort. I need to be told, that Kiran, it's okay. Yeah, there he comes, eh? That it's okay to be normal.
yeah,
It's okay to be normal. You're just human. So I just have to, I get up and my dad is my guru. My dad's not with us now. And I always think about him and I think the things he's taught me in my life, and I just get up every morning and say today's going to be a good day, who cares, whatever it is, we just face the challenges and we continue and we just continue. We have to. I
I
mean,
think,
the COVID has taught us such a big lesson
yeah.
in life, and if we don't take that as an example, then I don't know what else can help us.
I think
I
what you,
just try.
I think what you've got to do each morning is look at where you've come from, look
Yes.
at what you've been through, and how you're
Yeah.
still standing.
Yeah.
But you're not only just standing, you're standing with a crown on your head. Do you know what I mean?
That's what makes me think I've got the crown. Oh my God, that means something. Remember the responsibility. If I give up and then it's like, oh my God, how negative was that? Or, no, I will encourage as much as I can. That's what people do say to me, Kiran, how do you hide your feelings? We
Yeah,
never know when you're not happy.
yeah, yeah. There's always that smile there. Did you just get
Yeah.
post through your door then, by the way? Did the
Yeah,
postman just
did you
come?
hear him?
My dad does exactly the same thing. It's like straight to the door.
And he rips the letters.
He had to get one of those post boxes outside because of
Yeah.
his fingers. We were worried about him.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
So if you had a favorite life quote, what would that be?
I actually wrote it down properly because I didn't know if I was going to be able to explain it. But my life quote is, sometimes we expect more from others because we would be willing to do that much more for them.
Yeah.
Right? So we expect the same what we give. So it's what we give we expect back.
I always get told off for that.
Really?
I get told off for that because I give a lot, and
Yeah,
then
this is
I'm
it.
always
That's it.
let down.
That's what I was saying.
And
That's
because
exactly
I'm
what I'm referring to.
sensitive, I take it
Yeah.
to heart, and I get told, Sam, not everybody is as giving as you, so don't expect it. Expect less, and then everything's a bonus. But I can't think that bad of everybody.
No.
I can't do it.
This is it, and this is the, I think, and I'm that's correct. I mean, I'm a Gemini. I'm not sure, but I think they say it's a Gemini thing. It's this thing. No, I just feel sometimes this is it. This is what we think it should be.
But you have
isn't
to
it?
accept it's not.
Yeah. We think we should just give, or we should be kind, and we expect kindness back.
Yeah. And when it doesn't happen, you just move away.
Yeah.
Move away. But it's one of those where if you expect the same thing back at the same level, you'll always feel let down. So I think as long as you can hold your head up high and say, I did my best, I did my all, I gave everything I can give, that's all that matters. And then the other thing has got to deal with that themselves, because they'll know.
Yeah. But it's like a quote Mother Teresa has, and she also said, it doesn't matter. If you are a giver, continue giving. Don't expect anything else, because that is what you are. So don't change yourself.
That's you. And you don't give to receive, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an interesting, thoughtful one. That's got me thinking now. I like that.
That's why I wrote it in a way so I can explain it, because that's how I believed in life. I've always told my kids, I've always told people around me, don't expect anything else. It's whatever you get, just accept it.
Yeah.
God, like I said, remember in the beginning, God has given us all a gift, or given us this uniqueness. And I just come across, I think because of my dad's, what he used to do, the charity and everything, always believed it's you give, and God will give you multiple back.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's what you get back, and appreciate it is the main thing, isn't it? No matter how big or small it is, you appreciate it. So if you had somebody who was feeling quite low, not feeling empowered, not feeling inspired, what advice would you give to them?
See, exactly. I mean, I would not compare just my life experiences. Depends on who it is. I would say, never give up. There is always hope in life. Life is a challenge itself, and we have to deal with this. Just use different tactics. Get up, do something different, do some research. And I cannot stress this enough. Voluntary work is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. These different things. When people think voluntary, oh, I can't be bothered to go to do this. There's so much different things in voluntary. I mean, I'm an advocate for women empowerment. So because of my domestic violence experience, I do so much, because I also speak like 7 languages. So when I work in the community, I'm interacting with women with different languages, and I explain things to them in such a different way that they start realizing that, oh, you know what, we're humans. There's going to be a good day and a bad day, but let's try and value the good days more than bad days. So it's just how, and it's a person's mentality. If you keep them focused in a better way in life, a better path, easy for them.
I think who you surround yourself with is massive as well.
Yes.
Who you surround yourself with, the information you surround yourself with. Like people laugh at me for doing this, but I live in my own little Sammy bubble.
Yeah. No, but it is what makes you comfortable.
Yeah, but I surround myself with positive people, positive
Positive, yeah.
things. I do positive stuff. I haven't watched the news in God knows how long
Yeah.
because it just pulls
Yeah.
me down, so I don't do it.
Yes.
You know, and
Yeah.
there's people who are like live and breathe other people's business and they want to gossip about it. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
As long as my life's happy and everything like that, you know,
Yeah.
and if I can help people, fine, that's in the happy little world of sound.
Yes. Yeah.
Negativity, I've got no time for.
Yeah.
And I think that's what keeps me in a positive place and keeps me feeling
Absolutely. I
empowered.
mean, look, the COVID has made people, this has been a time where people have faced, like I said myself, I faced some challenges I never expected, you know, and I thought, oh my God, how dare? And I was like, but you know what, how do I deal with this now? So how did I then, you know, work with others? Or how it was just, hey guys, look, get up, just let's do something different, you know, put it behind. Every day is not, if we start going down within ourselves, then there's no one to lift us. Everyone wants to hear a problem, but they don't want to be there in the problem.
No.
That's what I learned.
Yeah.
So you're the only one who's going to be like, you know, crying about it. And in the end, you're like, what do I do now? Do I just get up and do something different? You might as well just do it.
Well, worrying isn't going to change anything, is it? Worrying's not going to change a thing. It's just going to take away today's happiness. That's what I always
Happiness.
say.
This is it. And then you think back and you think, you know, 4 days ago, I suffered for 4 days, being so depressed. Today I feel better. Oh my God, what a waste of 4 days.
Exactly. You've got to live every day like it's your last. You have, haven't you?
And I pray, Samantha, I pray a lot. I do a lot of prayers. I do a lot of yoga now. I'm doing a lot more because I'm a personal trainer, but I'm very much focusing into now the Hatha yoga, Kundalini yoga. I'm going very much into meditation and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
And I'm loving
what's right for you. Go and do what's right for you. I'll
Yeah.
help you get by.
And that's what I would say to people. You know what? Just pray.
Yeah.
Let God help you. Because today, the only person who's helping all of us is God.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lovely little line to finish on. Oh, thank you very much for coming for an interview with me. Really
thank you so much. Lovely chatting to you. Lovely chatting to you. Take good care of yourself as well.
Oh, thank you very much.
I've got another live interview tomorrow.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
the Albanian TV channel, Positive Britain.
Oh, love it. You're getting around. Get that crown around, my love.
Thank
you. Do you want to give everybody
so
a wave goodbye and say goodbye to everyone?
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you very, very much. Sending you all love and peace. Take care and God bless.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.